also something with that part of integrating the platform between the rest and silence and then its existence, right? It's got to be something where it isn't the loss of silence for something out of control. Understand me correctly. But where it's something like that the control is lost, that which is keeping a lid on, that control is lost, that there is an invitation to that, that rising of life, which does so much more than bring passion. It brings passion, but creativity, potential, door openings, flow, beauty, like wholeness, like so many things comes into the picture there. And to be able to give yourself the gift of that, and also at the same time doing that from a place of rooting with reality, so that there is a sense of wakefulness inside of it, and not just a drive or a flow that's just, do you know what I mean?
I don't know if that's what you meant, but there is a pure passion that is very innocent.
Yes, exactly.
And then there is making something of it and projecting an object outside of ourselves.
Exactly.
And I think this is exactly what I'm scared of, because so many times I've done the latter.
Yes.
Instead of staying in the innocence and the joy of it.
It's not that the silence is an enemy to passion. It's very much the opposite. It's something like the silence needs to weave into the passion, but through an ongoing, first of all, the yes to the passion. Second of all, and all of the aspects of passion, as I just mentioned, like it's a whole fan of like the wholeness of life and the fullness of life that we have to say yes to, right? Mm. But in doing that, there is a continuous dance which needs to rely back on your knowing of silence. So if not to make a mess of it, it is something with continuously allowing for silence to happen at the center of it, so that anything that arises grasping in the equation is brought back to its own dissolution by you enjoying the silence as well. So the dance between the still and the dancing, to be that embodiment of Shiva and Shakti in one, basically. And not to stick with Shiva as a matter of signing out or hiding, but not to just disappear into pure Shakti with not giving a shit about whether the hygiene, the inner hygiene of the balance between masculine and feminine. Yeah. Or the holding of the feminine by our masculine. That's the masculine in itself, basically, right there. It's wakefulness. It's the presence of silence with what we are as that feminine. The feminine flow can like become so wide, but the thing is that no matter how wide it gets, we have to follow that width with the extent of our presence as silence, because that's where the inner marriage, that dance of masculine and feminine, it needs to come into true context, right?